Hello, happy stampers! Today we're going to make this really pretty birthday card. And we are using the Blackberry Beauty Specialty DSP and that gorgeous cork paper. Are you ready? Here we go. So I have an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of Blackberry Bliss cardstock that I've scored at 4 1/4. Next, I have a piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 3. I have this piece of Blackberry Beauty DSP that is 5 1/4 by 1 3/4. I have a piece of the cork specialty paper that is 1 inch by 5 1/4. I have the gold foil sheet that is 1 inch by 4 inches, and another piece of basic white that is 3/4 of an inch by 4. And then I've also got this twine from the silver and gold twine pack that is 15 inches long. So let's get started. I started by, I've already cut my edge off using the basic border dies. Here, I used this fancy little lace edge. I went ahead and did that so that I had it done for the filming in my cut and emboss machine. So we're going to add the DSP to the top of the front. And I left a little bit of a border around each side. Then I'm going to add the cork specialty paper to the bottom of the inside. Oh, guess what? I just ran out of snail. Okay, just like that, so that the cork shows when the card's closed. Okay, so we are going to be using our Tombow glue for the rest of this demo, or maybe even some adhesives. So before I stamp, I want to use this Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch, and first I'm going to use that rounded, skinnier rounded side, and I'm just going to slide it all the way in, punch, same thing on the other side. I love these punches because then you can make your labels as long as you need them. And now for the gold foil, we're going to do the edge that's more squared off. Again, just slide that all the way in. And if you're concerned, like you don't know if it went all the way through, I tend to check the backs to make sure that the paper is all the way in there. Punch. Okay, and now you're ready to stamp. Today I am using this fun lighthearted line stamp set. I have to admit, this is probably that was the first thing on my list when the new annual catalog came out. I just love the quirky sayings on it. But now this stamp, we're going to use this stamp here, and it was one solid stamp, but I cut it in half because I wanted to split the sayings up. So I just cut it in half right down the middle using my snips. So this piece is going to say happy birthday. We're stamping it in Blackberry Bliss. And the inside piece is going to say, to a person who still got it, but might not remember where they put it. Okay, and that's all the stamping there is on this card. So we can go ahead and put this inside. And again, I'm just using my glue because my tape runner ran out while I was in the middle of the video. So you just put that on top of the cork. And then we can adhere these labels together. Okay, and for the label, because I want to put my twine behind it, or something a little different. Look at that. I added dimensionals all over the back of it. Now I've done a little trick with my dimensionals, adding shipping tape that I learned from one of my fellow ducklings. So I don't have all these little papers all over my floor. But I started in the middle because I know that I want to tie my twine in a bow. So my knot will go in the middle. But the more dimensionals you have, the more spots that that twine will be able to stick to, and then the other ones will adhere. So I just did a bunny ear bow. And it doesn't matter that it's twisted or whatever behind, because you're not going to see a lot of it. You're just going to see the edges. So I just stuck my knot in that center and stuck it to the dimensionals to make sure that it's going to show outside. And I put it on upside down. Imagine that. That would be par for the course today. Let's try that again. There we go. Much better. Okay. And then I just stuck it on here. And I'm going to trim that second tail a little bit. Because I'm all about symmetry. And there you have it. A fun, quirky, shiny birthday card. And that's it. Thank you so much. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.